Hello and welcome back to the Sharks World, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on, Sharktoz uploading 2 videos in 1 week? What year is this? It's 2023 in case you didn't know. But on a real note, it's Shark Awareness Day on the release of this video. And yes, I know Shark Week is coming up, but we're not talking about them. I wanted to make sure that I put out lots of shark content for the day of our higher order fish. So, what better way to do this than with this channel's first ever top 5 video? The topic in question is going to be shark facts that aren't that well known. So let's not waste any time and dive right in. Grab you a cold drink, pull up a chair to the table, and let's take a look at the top 5 shark facts no one talks about. Now, this will come as no surprise to those who have followed me for a while, but for those who haven't, number 1 is that sharks are some of the most intelligent creatures in the ocean. My first video on this channel was about shark intelligence. I'm up to 6 videos now. Do I hear 7? Sharks have relatively large brains for their size. They are comparable to mammals. They learn faster than most animals, have a brain that processes 7 senses rather than the usual 5. They make long migrations across the entire ocean without getting lost. They remember things for very long periods of time, plan ahead, can do basic math, express curiosity about things other than food, and can teach one another. These are just a few examples of why sharks are so smart. Want more? Go watch my videos on shark intelligence. Number 2. Hammerheads as a group are, from an evolutionary standpoint, the youngest group of shark species in the world. Funny enough, their ancestor was around 20 feet long, the same size as the great hammerhead. While the other hammerhead species diversified, the great hammerhead retained the size of their ancestor, which makes it as close as we're gonna get to seeing a prehistoric shark. Speaking of prehistoric shark, number 3, Megalodon is dead. So look, I know I shouldn't have to say this to those of you who know sharks well, but it's gonna come up or someone is going to ask. So let me kill this argument right now, once and for all. We all know most of the reasons why Megalodon doesn't exist in our oceans anymore. No carcasses are popping up from the prey it's eaten, no photos or footage. But here's the nail in the coffin for it, and it has to do with how evolution works. Let's start with an example of what I mean. The great white sharks in our oceans today are not the same great white sharks that were in our oceans 10 years ago. Nunny the F do you mean, Sharktoz? Of course they are the same animals. No, they're not. Sure, they're the same species, but tiny little changes have been taking place in great whites for over 10 million years, and that will eventually make them a different species in the future. We humans don't live long enough or have the perspective to notice or appreciate these fraction-sized changes, but they are happening. It's along the same lines of you not being the same person you were 10 years ago. That didn't just happen overnight. Tiny, everyday changes made you who you are today, and you'll be a different person 10 years from now. This is how evolution works. Same thing goes for animals like T-Rex. T-Rex didn't just show up one day during the Mesozoic period. It became T-Rex through billions upon billions of small fractions of changes over millions of years. And that is why Megalodon is dead and gone forever. Because even if, for some reason, there is a group of them that survived, which there's not, it wouldn't be the same animal. It wouldn't be Otodus Megalodon. Megalodon is gone, and that's okay. There's over 500 other species of sharks with us, so we should hold on to them while we have them. Number 4. Sharks are not afraid of dolphins. Except for orcas, but everything's afraid of orcas nowadays, including us. People have a tendency to over-dramatize what happens in the wild. They imagine animals getting into epic, cinematic battles with one another. The biggest and baddest predators fighting the biggest and baddest prey in a showdown that will go down in history. This is not the case, especially with sharks and dolphins. Again, not talking about the resident murder vibe check. It goes along the lines of this. Big sharks do eat dolphins. Dolphins sometimes harass smaller baby sharks. Dolphins and sharks around the same size usually leave each other alone. If anything, dolphins are more of an annoyance to most sharks. Only baby sharks are scared of dolphins. But that's just it. They're baby sharks. What are they not afraid of outside of their prey? But no, sharks aren't afraid of dolphins. And finally, number 5. Sharks have a healing factor. Sure, it may not be on the levels of Wolverine or Deadpool, but sharks' healing powers are a straight up cheat code. They survive things that would kill most animals. They survive losing whole fins, getting hit by boats, swimming with knives stuck in their head, ripped out jaws. Any deep scars or wounds that they would get all but vanish in a matter of weeks. And for the record, yes, they do get cancer, but it's very rare. I would go as far as to say that sharks are the true tanks of the oceans, especially nurse sharks. Those guys are hard. Rephrase, their skin is very tough, literally like a whole suit of armor. And that will do it, folks. This only scratches the surface of the many shark facts that not a lot of people know about. If you enjoyed this list, let me know in the comments if you would like to see more of them. Thank you for once again giving me some of your time, and I'll see you in the next video. Until then.